Welcome back everyone. Quickly, let's continue our discussion on CSS icons. Right now we'll be discussing about Google icons. To use the Google icons, you will need to use their website, which is fonts.google.com website. From there, you are going to pick an icon name. After picking the icon name, you are going to use an icon class name. The icon class is going to be used inside your document, and you are going to need this line of code, which is the icon material link. So I'm going to be showing you how all this works together. I'm not an Englishman. It's better if I demonstrate this in deep details so you guys can be able to understand in much details. So quickly, let's get started. This is our document right now that we want to add an icon to it, and let's get to our document. This is our code right here. To use an icon from Google, this is how it works. You're going to write a span element. Inside your span element, you are going to, let's say for instance, we want to use a phone icon. You are just going to write phone in text like this. This text is going to turn to an icon because that's how Google icon works. Let's reload our document. As you can see, this phone now is going to turn to an icon. So let's say you want to use home icons. You can just write another span element and write home. This home is going to turn to an icon from Google whenever you had it. After finishing setting up, linking everything together, you are going to see this phone and this home is going to turn to an icon. And we have two types of icon in Google icons. We have material icons and we are having material symbols icons. So how can you know the type of icon you are using? To know the type of icon you are using is by specifying a class name. A class name. So when you, let's say we want to add an icon, you write this span element. After writing, maybe we want to use phone, or we want to use home icon, or we want to use art icon. Let's use art icon. This art icon, maybe if there is anything that is having this art icon from Google, this text is going to turn to an icon. And also, to use the icon class name, you are going to specify class inside here. Inside here, when you are specifying this class, there is two types of icon class name you can use. We can use material dash icons, or there is another one which is we are having material icon dash icons, and we are having material symbols outlined icons. So we are having materials icons and we are having material symbols outlined icons. So how did I know all this? I'm going to show you. Now when you specify these two class name, then this thing is going to display this art in this type of icon, and it's going to display this art in this type of icon. So let me show you. Now it's not going to reflect yet. Let's reload. Can you see now we're having these two arts, but it's not reflecting as an icon yet. To display all these things as an icon, you need another thing, which is link. A link, like all this CDN link that we normally use when we use this bootstrap. In our previous tutorial, we discussed about how to use bootstrap icon and the phantasm icon, but right now we are talking about the Google icons. So you can check all this tutorial in our playlist, which is CSS icons, to be able to understand what I'm talking about easily. So to display these icons right now, because this one is not having class name, but these two icons right here is having class name, but it's not displaying the icon yet. To display the icon completely, you are going to head to the google.com website, fonts.google.com website, and head to the icon page. So paste this into your Google search and write fonts.google.com. When you get to this, you are going to see this nav bar by the left side. Click the one that is showing you icons. This one that is showing icons, we are having fonts, noto, and the icons. Click the one that is having icons. After clicking it, you can now see it's going to show you this page where you can pick an icon. You can just click this close to close all these things because we don't need this. Can you see a lot of icons you can pick? And here are some of the icon name you can pick, but we need the link, the class name link. So you will need to check the top bar right here. You are seeing some boxes right here. We have this material design icon guidelines, Figma plugin, GitHub repo, Apache license, and all that, and developer guide. This GitHub repo is the one you are going to click. When you click it, it's going to take you to a GitHub link where they are having the two types of icon link that you can put in your document. Scroll to the very bottom of this GitHub and copy these two links at once. Copy it at once. So when I copy these two links, I will paste it in my edit section right here. So when I save this document now, you are going to see this icon right here. These two type of icon class name I'm putting right here. If you notice very well, this one is having material dash icons. This one is having material plus icons right here, and this one is having material dash symbols dash outlined, and this one also right here is having material plus symbols plus outlined. You should know that these two icons now is going to display when I save my document and reload. Now let's reload. Can you see the heart is displaying this kind of thing? Let's change the heart to another thing. Maybe the Google is not having that kind of thing. Let's change it to home. This first one to home, the second one let's change it to home also. When I change these two things to home and reload my document, can you see this is having two type of icon? This is the first home, this is the second home. If you notice, this phone and home is not displaying an icon because they don't have any class name like this material icons class name is having, like this material symbols outline is having. So let's give it also icon class name. Let's copy this one to work fastly. Copy this and paste it right here. Copy this one and paste it, and also paste it down. Maybe we want to use this material icons only. So let's save our document and reload and see what we got. Can you see all these things now turn to icons? So whatsoever name you write in your document is going to, by using this class name, if you don't specify the class name, it's not going to display. Let's now say, for instance, now we want to display these two type of phone icons. You can just specify phone right here instead of home. You can just specify phone right here. Just to see the two types of phone icon we can have. You can just have this symbolic instead of icons right here. Just turn this one to material symbols outline, and we are having material icons. So let's see the two types of phone icons we are having. Let's reload our document. When I reload, can you see this one is having bold and this one is having only the outline? This one also is having bold and this one is having the bold outline. So you should notice that we are having two types of phone icons and we are having two types of home icons. So it depends on the one you want to pick out of it. You can just remove this one and use the one that is having only the outline. You can remove this one also and leave only the one that is having the outline. Now let's reload. Can you see this is the one that is having the outline and this one is also the outline only, and we can use the one that is not having the outline, that is just having the complete full font. Let's remove this one and remove this one also. Now we're having this material icons only. Now when we reload our document now, let's see what we got. Can you see now we're having the one that is not having the outline, that is full. So if we have to display different icons inside, you can write phone. Anytime you write phone inside this span element, it can display the phone's icon. Can you see this 3i phone we write inside our document? And the same goes to the home. If you write phones inside here also, or you write anything again, it's going to display it. Let's reload our document now and see what we got. Can you see it's having these two things? So because we wrote two things here, and we can turn this one to material symbols. Just write material symbols dash outlined and save our document. These two icons right here is going to turn to what? Material symbol. Can you see it's having the outline? So that's how you can use your icons in your document. So you can remove all this one if it's the outline one you want to use, and you can use the one that is not having. It just depends on what you want to do. So that's how icons works in the Google. So to pick, I've shown you how you can pick these two links that display our icon by heading to the fonts.google.com and navigate to the icons, which is going to change the URL to fonts.google.com/icons. So now we are inside the font. So to pick an icon, you can just click on this key. Like maybe if you want to use this key icon, head to this Android. When you head to this Android, you are going to see the main name because it's the name we want to copy. You can copy the name also from the web right here. If you scroll down, you are going to see the icon name is key. Like this one now that's having drag indicator. This drag indicator or this done outline. This done outline right here. When you click this done outline, you are going to see this pop up. You can scroll to the very bottom of it and you are going to see the done outline name, the icon name right here. And to see the icon name easily, you can just click this Android. and it's going to show you right here. Can you see? You can see the iOS right here, but when you click the iOS, you are going to see the name also inside here. But when you click the Android, it's very easy to copy the name. So just copy the name. When you copy the name like this, and come back to your document right here, delete all this one and paste the name inside here and save your document. When you save your document and reload it, you're going to see it. Can you see? Now we're having this map, and we can change this to the second type of icon, which is material icons only. When we save our document and reload, can you see? Now we're having these two types. So you guys should be aware of that. So anything you want to use, practice make perfect. So I want you guys to be aware of all this I'm doing right here now. That's what I'm showing you guys now. As you can see, we're having this in symbol outline and we're having it in icons. So let's reload our document and see what we got. Can you see this one is different from this one? This one is bigger and this one is small a little. So it just depends on the one you are picking, or it depends on what you are using. So anyone you want to use, just pick the name. Just pick the name like this, click on the icon like this and check the name. The name is full screen. Copy the name right here. After copying the name, paste the name inside your document, inside your span element. Whatever text you write inside here, it's going to turn to an icon if the text is represented in the icon. Can you see these two types of icons we're having now? So it just depends on what you want to do. Please, I think this is enough for you guys to be able to do all these things. So first thing we did is that we head to the fonts.google.com/icon page, and we head to the GitHub repo to copy the two links, which is talking about the material icons and all that. So if you don't have these two links at the top right here, it's not going to display your icon. Let's say for instance now we remove these two links. When I remove the two links, firstly let me remove the two links. When I remove the two links and reload my document now, can you see the icon is not showing? It's just displaying the text. But when I bring back the two links, the icon is showing. Let's reload. Can you see? And also you can use just one if it's only one you want out of it. Maybe you need only material icons only, you don't want the outline. You can remove that one, and we don't need this material outline right here because it's not going to display anything concerning the material. When I reload, can you see the one that is having the material symbol is not displaying only the material icon is displaying. So definitely we don't need all this one, they are not useful again. So when I remove it, nothing happens. It's just going to clear it. Can you see? Now we are having this one only. So it just depends on the one we want to use. And if you don't want any one of it, you can just remove it finally. And all this one also, the material icon is not going to work for you again. When I remove, can you see? Now it's going to turn to icon. And you can do this. You can customize them also with CSS or whatsoever you want to do. So, and also I want you guys to note one thing again. Anytime you are writing this class name right here, if you mistakenly write a name that is not pertaining to it, it's not going to work again. Let's save and reload. Can you see? Only this one is working. Even this one that is working now, if you mistakenly misspell or write capital letter there, it's not going to work again. Let's reload. When I reload, can you see? Now it's not working again. So you guys should be aware of that. You should make sure that you write everything in small letter, and anything that is, if you don't know the name very well, just copy, go to the link right here at the top right here. If it's material icon or material symbols outline, copy this one, copy it. This is the class name. Come to the class name like this, paste it inside the class name like this. After pasting it, change anything that is having capital letter to small letter. After that, change anything that is having plus sign to minus sign. You understand? So let me change this now. And also, that's all. When I do this and reload my document now, can you see this material symbols is showing now? If I want to use the material icons itself, I can just change anything. I can just copy the link from the immediately after the family. You are seeing is equal to material plus icons. When I copy that, also I paste this in our document. I can just turn anything that is having capital letter to small letter, and anything that is having plus to minus. This one that is having capital letter to small letter. So material icons. Now when I save my document now and I reload, when I reload my document now, can you see now this one is having? So let's say we want to use the home icon. You can just specify home right here and have the home icon in material icons. Can you see? This is the deep one. And if you want to use the second type of the home icon, you can just use the home icon in material symbols. When I save our document now, you're going to see the material symbols. Can you see? Now we have the material symbol. So let's say for instance now this one of the link is lost. only the one that is having the link there is the one that is going to display. Can you see? But when the two link is there, the two is going to display when I reload. Can you see? So so anyone you want to pick, you can just pick this one or the second one. When I remove the one of the, can you see? And when I put back, when I anyone you want to, and you can add multiple icons here, home here, and you can add multiple here also if you want. So when I save it and reload our document, can you see? Now we have it. So it just depends on what you guys want to do. So be aware of that. And you can just copy this, all this span element right here. You can just paste it anywhere you want to put it. You can put it in the beginning of our legend element right here. When I reload my document now, can you see this top 10 spread is now having on my icon? And if I want to take this one right here, I can just take this one out of here again and go and paste it in another page. Maybe I need it in our P immediately after our P tag like this, before our closing P tag. You can just put it right there like this before our closing. Can you see? This is my closing P tag right here, and I placed the span icon, the opening and closing span element, and the class material icon and all that. So let's reload. Can you see? Now my P element is having this icon at the front of it now. Can you see? That's how you can use the Google icons. And what akorede ayofe is my name once again. I wish to see you guys next time to the next tutorial. But before I go, make sure that anytime you want to use an icon, you head to the fonts.google.com/icons or fonts.google.com and navigate to the icons navigation bar to the icon page and pick an icon class name there, and also use the material icons link from the GitHub repo. And to use the GitHub repo, I'll show you that you are going to head to the top section of the fonts.google.com material. When you click the fonts.google.com, you navigate to the icons like this and check to the box at the top right here. This one that is showing the GitHub repo. When you click it, scroll to the very bottom of it, and you're going to see the two links, and you can use it in your document. And what I'm going to do is many once again. I wish to see you guys next time to the next tutorial. Peace and love.